Hi, this video is for students who are preparing for CAT. There are a lot of mistakes that students do. These are some of the mistakes that people do, and maybe if you understand these mistakes, you can avoid the same. Right? So we run courses for CAT and the other exams are set. So let's start with the mistakes. The first mistake. Normally, what happens is CAT is based on the school level syllabus to some extent. There are a lot of things that don't come in the CAT, but it's there in the books, and people tend to study that. Just to give you a few understanding, like the base theory. The base theory or the don't come in CAT. It came back maybe 25 years back, maybe one-off questions. But in the recent past, there has been no question on base theory, but people do study that. Okay, even binomial. There's no question directly related to binomial, but people tend to study those binomial theorem. Okay, and same way, higher concepts of permutation, combination, etc. Difficult concepts of geometry. Okay, remainder theorems, etc. So people do study a lot of things. These are complicated topics, and they're complicated topics. What happens is you tend to spend a lot of time studying these topics. In the end, what it doesn't come in the exam, you're wasting a lot of time and it doesn't help. So endless time spent learning these topics which are not asking CAT, you're wasting your time. Remember that time is limited to prepare for CAT. It makes sense to focus on the topics which normally come in the CAT and work on it. So be careful. Know what you are studying and ensure that they're sort of there in the CAT examination or the syllabus. Second, when people study for content topic, they focus a lot on formulas. They mug up formulas, study formulae, specifically difficult formulas. There are a lot of this formula for different topics. I'll just give you an example. I remember I was coming back out of the exam hall, and in one of the exam hall outside, they gave me a formula sheet for a permutation combination. There are a lot of formulas which are there, and it's so complicated. I did not even ever about even a single formula. And I'm a person who scored 100% in CAT in quant section couple of times. Now, this not knowing formula doesn't affect my scores as such or anyone. Technically, these are not important. So that means focus more on logic while solving instead of formula. Basic formulas are required. You need to know the whatever was there in your school level formulas, time, distance, work, etc. But anything which is very difficult formula which you have not come across before, avoid it. Okay, it doesn't. First of all, it doesn't come in the exam. Okay, you'll waste a lot of time in that, and you'll be too anxious and afraid of maths afterwards. So it makes sense to avoid and try to change your approach to focus more on logic, like using options, etc. That will help you better in as far as the exam is concerned. Third, people spend a lot of time on vocabulary and grammar. Pick up word list and spend a lot of time on vocabulary, pick up Fred and Martin, learn grammar. But understand CAT doesn't have too much of vocab and grammar. Focus on RCs. The moment you create a good reading habit, your vocabulary will automatically improve. You can spend some time on vocabulary, I'm not saying no, but don't get into too much time into vocabulary and grammar. Okay? You can. I know if you're from vernacular medium, your vocabulary could be a little limited. In that case, it's important that you study vocabulary. I had a student who was from a vernacular medium. He spent some time on vocabulary, a lot of time on vocabulary, and he ensured he got a 99.8 percentile and got a call from Ahmedabad. The point is, yes, if required, do it. But if you're already comfortable, then don't get into too much time on it. Okay. So if learning vocabulary will help you to understand passages, is fine. You can go about doing it. Fourth, people focus on doing the same thing again and again. They don't change the method. People are reluctant to change. Same methods what we use in school, college, we use the same methods while solving the sum. But unfortunately, that doesn't help in the exam. CAT is a thinking exam, and the way the sums are designed is that it makes you think logically too for a sum. You need to understand the sum and solve. But since we have so much focus on formulas and so much focus on the old methods, we don't learn new method, and therefore we tend not to score high. Focus on new methods. Focus on understanding the sum. Focus on logical methods. That will help you try to solve better in the exam. Fifth is specifically DLR. People try to solve a lot of DLR sets, but only solving sets, yes, to help to some extent. But what I do recommend is go back to the sets and go through the whole process of how you have solved. See, if I had to solve this set again, how would you go about solving? I would put the data properly in a particular format. Okay, then I would start where to start from and how would I calculate. Have a particular process for solving it. There is a particular process. If you can read the DLR sets once and then comprehend the whole data in the table, great, maximum twice. But unfortunately, people read it set 3 or 4 times, wasting time. Second is putting in the right format. So you should know the different type of questions, what formats are used. And moment you know what formats it's used, it helps you to identify how to approach the sets in the exam. In the exam, you may not have the same set, you have multiple sets, but moment you have a format like for these type of questions, this is the format, it may help you shortlist the way to approach the sum as far as the exam is concerned. Remember, process and formats are very important for DLR. Don't just solve DLR sets. Go back, understand, and think. If I had to solve this set again, how would I go about solving it? Right? I hope this helps. All the best. We'll come up with more videos that will help you with CAT preparation. If you're interested, you can subscribe to the channel. Thank you.